Prophet did not follow any book other than the Quran. Do you think Rasulullah authorized any of your hadith books? Did he authorize even a single hadith? Can anyone guarantee that? Because my Jannah depend on it. I need burhan, hatu burhanakum. I need clear evidence. Can anyone tell me? Did Rasulullah authorize any of your hadith? Right? I need proof, hard proof. Not some word, this moron, that moron said it. I don't want that word. I want clear proof. Did Allah authorize it in the Quran? Did Allah authorize any of your hadith books in the Quran? Clear authorization I need. Because Allah is my God. Allah na'budu illallah. Right? Allah is my God. Do not worship anyone other than Allah. So Allah has to tell me that. I have not taken anyone other than Allah as my lords. Arbaban min dunillah. So Allah has to tell me. If I have to follow Hadith or any other books other than the Quran, Allah has to tell me clearly. Because my Jannah depend on it. I don't want to end up in hellfire because I'm stupid, right? I can learn medicine, I can learn law, I can learn engineering, but I cannot learn Book of Allah. So that will become ignorance. So I don't want to take chance. I want clear proof. If any of your scholars can prove me wrong, and he can 100% say that the hadith books are the guidance 100%, if they can prove it, then I can follow it. But you cannot. Trust me, you cannot. You will never do it. It's not there. It's not in the Quran. I have been studying the Quran and hadith and all the books since I was young. Maybe like 10 years old, I've been studying. Now more than 40 years I've been studying all these. Sorry, it's not in the Quran. Allah never told me to follow any hadith or any fiqh books. None of your scholars can bring that, prove that at all. See, you understand there are hadith with contradictions. You understand there are hadith with Sahih, Dhaif, Munkar, and Hasan, and all these graded hadith, right? These hadiths were graded recently, about 100 years, within these 100 years, right? But these hadiths were wrote about 1200 years ago. When the person who was writing the hadith didn't know this hadith is a Sahih or Dhaif. If these hadith are a guidance for humanity, how can you grade them, right? So all those hadiths that are graded as Dhaif, once it was considered as Sahih, right? So it's a misguidance. That's another reason why we cannot follow. But most important is command of Allah. Ittabi'u ma unzila ilaykum min rabbikum. Like I was telling you, right? Do not take arbab min dunillah, right? So it's a clear command. So how to find what's from God? وَلَوْ كَانَ مِنْ عِنْدِ غَيْرِ اللَّهِ لَوَجَدُوا فِيهِ اخْتِلَافًا كَثِيرًا. If something is not from Allah, if something is from other than Allah, it will have many contradictions. So now when you are reading the hadith, you know it is Sahih, you know it is Dhaif, you know it is Hasan, it is graded as Hasan. Now you know it is not from Allah. There is ikhtilaf and kathira. So according to Allah's criteria, the guideline, you cannot follow any hadith. Do you get it? You cannot follow any hadith. If we can follow a hadith with contradictions, then we can follow Dhammapada. Yes, believe it or not, Dhammapada is about 60 to 80% going along with the Quran. 60 to 80% going along with the Quran. But hadith are going along 20%, less than 20% only. I have studied Dhammapada. I have studied Vedas. I'm telling you, I can challenge anyone on that. I can tell you, I have studied hadith books, Kutubu Sitta and others. I can tell you, only less than 20% of your hadith, even maybe 10%, I cannot remember the percentage, less than 20% of your hadith are going along with the Quran, whereas Dhammapada is going along with the Quran 60 to 80%. So in that case, can a Buddhist come and say, I like to follow Quran and Dhammapada? Now, can he still be a better Muslim than me, right? You people are calling me kafir. So is it, in that case, can he follow Dhammapada, the Quran, and then you can still call him as a Muslim? Answer me. Think about it. You people throw around your words like nothing. You don't even think. If a book with so much of contradiction, and if you think you can follow that book, even though it is not from God, if a book is from God, you won't have any contradictions. That's what this ayah says. وَلَوْ كَانَ مِنْ عِنْدِ غَيْرِ اللَّهِ لَوَجَدُوا فِيهِ اخْتِلَافًا كَثِيرًا. So Allah commanded you to follow the book from your Rabbul Alamin. Now, if you're following a book that has contradiction, then it's not from Rabbul Alamin. So in that case, Hadith books are rejected. Tawud. So we cannot follow Dhammapada or Hadith books. If we can follow Hadith books, then we can follow Dhammapada or Vedas even. So Vedas are a little bit complicated. Let's stick to Dhammapada and Hadith book. How about that? See, according to your belief, Allah sent down the Quran, you cannot understand. You got the Hadith to explain. For according to our belief, Quran is mubin, as Allah says, we believe that, and we don't reject that, you reject that. And we believe Quran is mufassala, it is fully detailed. We believe that, you don't believe that. You believe the detail is in the Hadith. Now let's say it is in the Hadith, for argument's sake. What you are saying is Allah waited about 2 centuries for your Persian imams, supposedly Persian imams, work tirelessly, years collecting hadith. For in the case of Bukhari, he worked 16 years tirelessly, every day writing 102 hadith, tirelessly traveling around 110 countries and tirelessly working hard every day. These Persian imams to detail the Arabic Quran, right? Allah waited for them to rescue his book. Huh? Allah waited for them to rescue his book of guidance for the whole of humanity. Oh my God. For the whole of humanity. He sent one and only last final book for the whole of humanity. And he waited 2 centuries for these Persian imams to work tirelessly to collect the hadith as a detail to the Quran. According to you, Allah left that out. That's what you are saying. But Allah says Quran is guidance for the whole of humanity, whole of mankind. But is that a lie then, right? If Quran is truly a guidance for everyone, not just for Sunnis or Shias or specific groups, don't you think it should be detailed enough without needing a Persian imam to explain the Arabic Quran? Don't you think so? See, I'm not an Arab. I was born in one country, raised in another country, became a citizen in another country, and now living in another country and resident of many countries. I'm not in one country, I'm not an Arab at all. But when I'm reading the Quran, I do understand it. But when the Arabs speak to me, I don't understand it. See, that's a phenomenon. One thing I don't understand is I can understand the Quran, why I cannot understand Arabs. Maybe because their Arabic is bad. Maybe. I don't know. My recitals may be not good enough, but I'm not reciting. I'm not a parrot, just reciting it out. It's not important. What is important is understanding the word of Allah for guidance. If the Quran is truly a guidance for everyone, it should be able to communicate with everyone, whether they are Arabs or non-Arabs, whether they are human or jinns, right? It should make it enable for everyone to understand. Arabs and Ajams should be able to understand. See, the majority of your imams and scholars of the past were Persians, many of whom converted from Zoroastrian faith or had Zoroastrian background or families. How can you place a blind faith on these scholars and imams over Allah? How? وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا مِن دُونِهِ أَوْلِيَاءَ. Being said that, thanks for watching. I hope I did not hurt anybody's feeling. I love you all. Salamun alaikum.